Put your hands together for the very funny David James.
People pretending you know who I am. So I've been finger banged twice in my life. Yeah. That's how we're starting, sir. Yeah. Here's the situation. Here's the thing. Ever been dating someone and then you're not quite sure what's going on intimately, what they're into, right? And then they do something that you're not quite prepared for. Yeah, I had that happen to me. I was making out with this girl and then she stuck her finger in my mouth. Has that ever happened to anybody in here? Yeah. I know a lot of you like David, all things that get surprisingly stuck in your mouth, the finger's not that bad. Right? But if you're a germaphobe, it's absolutely terrifying. Right? Because in my head, I'm trying to be like all cool, calm, and cool, and collected, right? But I'm having like a panic attack on the inside, right? Because on the outside, I'm like, I'm all cool and stuff, right? On the inside, I'm like, oh my God, did she go to the bathroom today? Was it number one or number two? Oh my God, she said she went to the mall. She said she went to the mall. Oh my God. Oh, did she touch the side of the escalators? Thousands of people touch the side of the escalators. Oh my God, I didn't sign up for Obamacare. I don't have any health insurance. Oh my God, maybe she's in a bowling league. Maybe she's in a bowling league. Oh my God. Oh my God. There's gonna be the Asian flu. Asian people like the bowl. Maybe they got it over there. I don't know. Oh my God, there's AIDS, cancer, Ebola, Asian flu in my mouth. There's AIDS, cancer, Ebola, Asian flu in my mouth. Now that's me on the inside, right? But on the outside, I'm trying to look tough because I don't want to look like a sissy in front of this girl, right? So I just laid there with a finger in my mouth like it's a thermometer. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. You know, like 10 minutes went by, I'm just laying there like an asshole, just going, Right? And I didn't know this was a sexy thing for her, you know what I mean? So then she got mad at me because I was ruining the romance of this situation. Right? She's like, why don't you suck it? It'd be sexy, suck it. I'm like, yeah, well, I don't want to suck it. And then she got mad at me and she shoved it in further at this point, you know? Yeah, now I'm an assault victim, you know what I'm saying? Right? And she used to play college basketball, right? So she had these long ass Dikembe Mutombo alien fingers, you know? Yeah. So now I'm laying there like 8 inches deep going, stop it, Right, like snot's coming out of my nose. I started to cry uncontrollably. Right, I passed out. I woke again. I forgot where I was. I tried to tap out like it's a UFC fight. You know, trying to reach over the bed like there's a tag team partner underneath the bed that can tag me out. Like, come on, brother, tag me. Yeah, horrible situation. Yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is I want to be in love. Yeah, man, but it's hard now, man, because women have too many high expectations, you know? Yeah, women that want all these high expectations. They want flowers, they want candles, they want rose petals spread across the bed, they want a horse and carriage ride, they want me to tell them my real name, you know? A lot of high expectations. Yeah. In my age group, dating's hard right now, man, because I actually am jealous of old people, right? Because old people, back in the day, all you had to do was have your teeth and a job and be like, hey, I'm negative for polio, and you're in there, you know what I mean? Nowadays, it's 2020, women have these things called self-esteem and self-worth. It's horrible. Yeah, I'll go on a first date and I get this woman who thinks she's special and I just met her, you know? We're at a dinner table, like, you need to treat me special. I am a queen, I'm an Amazon warrior, princess, queen, mermaid of the sea, goddess. You need to treat me like the queen, princess I am. I am special. I'm like, shut up, your name's Jennifer, you're from Camden, shut up. All right, there's no queen of Camden. All right? Yeah, just be happy someone took you to Red Lobster and you're not paying for it. Yeah, it's Shrimps Week. Put some respect on this Groupon. Yeah. Yeah, too many expectations. You gotta lower your expectations, ladies. That's what I've done, yeah. Because I realize I'm older now, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna find anybody without any issues at this stage of my life. You know what I mean? If you're still single and you're in the same age group as me, like 30 and above, it's over. Yeah, because you're not gonna find anybody without any issues, you know what I mean? There's the thing, I'm just picking from the clearance rack. That's what I'm picking from. Yeah. And I'm on a clearance rack too, you know what I mean? I do comedy, I know I'm on a clearance rack too. You know, but I'm not gonna date anybody from the clearance rack from the Dollar Tree, you know what I mean? Like, I'm looking for a chick who's like a clearance rack at like Nordstrom's, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm just trying to like meet a refurbished chick, you know what I mean? Like, you know, she's been to therapy, you know, they put a screen protector on her, put her back out on the shelf. Yeah. It's hard out here, man. Yeah, you ever try to meet somebody at a bar? That's horrible, right? Yeah, try to meet somebody at a bar. Yeah, you know what a bar is like? A bar is like going to a rescue shelter to adopt a pet. Right? Because when you think about it, what is a bar, right? It's just a bunch of unwanted creatures, somebody dropped off, hoping that somebody else would take over the responsibility. That's exactly what an Irish pub is. That's exactly what it is. Right? Yeah. And I treat it just like I'm going to a rescue shelter. I'm very cautious. You know, I don't want to take anything home that I shouldn't. You know what I mean? Yeah, I want to take something home that's going to bite some kids and pee on my couch. You know, been through that before. Not doing that again. You know, I'm very cautious. You know, I approach each creature in the bar very cautiously, you know, just in case they're from Delco. You know? Yeah. Very cautious. I walk up, let her smell my hand, get a little close. You know? Yeah, sometimes she disguises the Delco and I don't realize till it's too late. You know, she's like, you come around here often? Why don't you dance with me? Dance with me. I have the gag reflex of a pelican. Come on, let's dance. Let's dance, 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 dance. If my leg falls off, don't worry. Just put it back on and keep going. Let's dance. I love Yingling. I love Yingling so much. Hold on, I got a scratch on my shoulder. Come on, let's dance, 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 dance. You're like, what the hell just happened to her? I think she just had 50% of a stroke. Is there an ambulance around the corner? Oh, leave that one in a cage and keep looking. Yeah. Yeah. Dating's difficult, man, especially, you know, when you've been single for a little while, right? Because all your friends start to get concerned, right? That's what I hate about your concerned friends. They always want to hook you up with someone, right? It's like, oh, you've been by yourself for too long. You need to go date this girl, right? You know, all that means is they're just basically trying to hot potato some psycho chick out of their life and put them into my life. Right? Like my friend, he hooked me this girl who, she only dated guys who were in prison, right? And I didn't know this, you know, going into the first date. So we go to the first date, and I didn't realize I had to deal with the ghost of felons past on the first damn date. All right, we're sitting at the dinner table, right? And she's like, you ever been to jail before, huh? You got a bunch of kids you're gonna make, but you can't pay for because you always locked up, huh? Are you gonna hit me in the head with a frying pan if I try to talk during the Eagles game, huh? You gonna leave me for one of them white bitches, huh? And I was like, no, probably, yes. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of new ways you can meet people, right? Anybody tried the internet apps in here? Anybody try those, right? Yeah, like the Tinder, you know what I mean? The Match.com, Bumble, eHarmony.com, Big Brother, Big Sister programs. Yeah. Yeah. You ever go on a date with someone so dumb you're not quite sure if they're special? You know what I mean. You didn't know it going into the date, you know what I mean? Because they didn't look it, you know, but they speak it. You ever meet one of those people? You know what I mean? Like I went out with this girl, right? And she came back to my place, and I'm sitting on my couch, right? And she's trying to dance in front of me, like seduce me, right? And she's like, I'm gonna dance in front of you. It's gonna be so sexy. I'm gonna have you so memorized. Then I started to panic. I'm like, oh my God, she might be special. Oh no. This might be illegal. Oh my God, I gotta wipe down every doorknob she touched. I gotta throw some candy into the street, make her go chase it. Yeah. Because if she is special, I'm committing a felony at this point. You know what I mean? This is a legal situation. I've seen every episode of Law and Order. I've never seen this situation before, you know? And here's the thing, I do comedy. I don't have any money. I can't defend myself in court. I gotta get a lawyer, you know? Yeah, I'd have to actually probably defend myself just to get out of it. I'd probably have to throw a Hail Mary in front of the judge, you know? Like, excuse me, judge, it's not my problem, okay? It's not my fault. I'm innocent, okay? That lap dance was her Make-A-Wish, okay? I'm a hero. Yeah. You guys watch porn? Yeah? Some perverts over here? Where are they? There we go. A woman that watches porn. You better keep her, sir. That's a rare species. That's a unicorn right over there. Yeah, she probably rides it in a different way. Anyway, all right. Yeah, man. Women usually don't like porn. Here's what I hate is when you try something new, like a gentleman. You know, women always have that accusatory detective question. You know, where'd you learn that from? Watching porn? It's like, yes, exactly where I learned it from, yes. Yeah, because if you think about it, any other answer would be creepy and unacceptable, right? Like, where'd you learn that from? Watching porn? You know, I've been volunteering at the old folks' home, right? Where'd you learn that from? Watching porn? Well, you know, I had a family reunion 2 weeks ago, right? Yeah. Been dumped several times. Yeah. Yeah. The weirdest place I ever got dumped was at a poetry jam. Someone's already laughing at that one. Yeah. I'll explain it to you, okay? This is what happened, all right? I went to this Nubian Soul Urban Poetry Jam, right? Nubian Soul Urban Poetry Jam. And I was on a date with this girl, and I might have sort of accidentally ended up laughing at a domestic violence poem. Now, hear me out, okay? It wasn't my fault, okay? Because she started off with all these great references, and the poem was great, and then she ran out of references, and she switched these black references, and it just got weird, right? So she started off real strong. I was with her at the beginning, right? She's like, black man from the sky. Thought you were my king. Turns out you were a king snake, brother. I thought you were my lion king. Turns out you were the lion king. As your fist came down from the sky, straight to my eye, why do I cry these mahogany tears? You told me to shut up, but I would not put up with your sticky lies of syrup, okay? Love we were supposed to be making, but you broke my heart like too much bacon. Mrs. Buttersworth did not know her word, but now she does, and she is a strong bottle black woman, sir. You say, ain't your mama? I said, nah, brother, Aunt Jemima, I will not stay. And then I started laughing, right? Yeah, because at first I felt bad for you, now I just want to go to the IHOP. Yeah. Here's one thing I learned about relationship too, man. It's hard arguing with women because women are mean. Yeah, because they don't argue like guys do, right? Like if we're friends, we go in the same realm. Like I'll call you an asshole, you'll call me a douchebag, right? But if you throw a grenade at a woman, she will send like a North Korean nuclear missile. I didn't know they fight like that, right? So I had this one girlfriend, and we got into a fight, and I almost ended up crying. So here's what happened, right? So we start off in an argument, and I'm in fair guy rules, right? I was like, you know what, you're stupid, right? And she looks at me, she's like, stupid? I mean, the type of stupid where you go to college for 4 years, you get a bachelor's degree, you don't like it so much, so you try your hand at stand-up comedy, and you look up at open mic night, right? And then you get there at 5 p.m. in the afternoon, you're like number one in line, right? And then right before the doors open at 8 p.m., right, all the veteran comics come in and cut in front of you, but you're too much of a sissy to say anything about it. And And now you're number 30 in line for that night on a Wednesday, right? Then you go on at 2 o'clock in the morning and no one's there to watch your crappy comedy. So the MC pulls you off the stage after 30 seconds because he just wants to go home. Then you learn your lesson. No, you don't. You go back again and again. Every Wednesday night to open mic, trying to be famous. And then, 5 years later, you're performing in a bar show, because all famous comedians perform at bar shows. No, they don't, right? And then you think you're going to do 15 minutes, but you cut your time down to 10 minutes because there's a Blink-182 cover band that's coming on more important than you called Wink-183, right? You mean that type of stupid? I'm like, oh. You know? Yeah. Here's the thing. I can't think of a proper comeback when I got to try not to cry at the same time. That's not fair. You know, the only comeback I had was, oh, yeah, bitch. That was it. Yeah. Totally became single after that. I hate when you're single, you gotta hang out with your happy couple friends, because you guys are disgusting, right? Yeah, there's a lot of happy couple friends right in front of me, and you guys are disgusting. It's horrible. Yeah, because you're so happy together. It's so annoying, right? Here's what I hate the most about happy couples. They can't answer questions without looking at each other first. You know, as if you're speaking a different language, you know? And it's even about dumb crap you really don't even care about, right? It's like, hey, what'd you guys do last week? And they're like, oh. You tell it. No, you tell it. But you tell stories better than me. I don't say you tell awesome stories. I love your stories. You love my stories? I love your eyes. They're so green and beautiful. Oh my God, they have these little brown freckles in them. They look like Jesus' sandals. I love your eyes. Every time you blink, it looks like Jesus is moonwalking across your eyes. I love them. All right? At that point, your single frustration is just wishing evil thoughts. You ever wish evil thoughts? Like, I hope this bitch gets glaucoma. I hate both of these people. Right? And then they try to invite you into their corniness and their love activities, right? David, you got a good girlfriend, so you can go with what we did last weekend. Guess what we did last weekend, David? We went to a pumpkin patch. Can you believe it? A pumpkin patch. Because I told you, actually, we met at a pumpkin patch. I know you love the pumpkin patch story, right? So 5 years ago, okay, I'm at this pumpkin patch with my pumpkin patch enthusiast group from Reddit, okay? And I see this guy at the other end of the pumpkin patch, but he's not in our group, right? So I went over, because maybe there's a second Reddit pumpkin patch enthusiast group, right? And then one thing led to another. Next thing you know, we're drawing each other's faces on the pumpkins. We're putting together like the pumpkins are kissing, and then we started kissing. And then we fell asleep in a pumpkin patch, spooning with our own individual pumpkins. And we made a no sex for tonight promise, pumpkin promise together. And then we woke up in the morning, the endangered bald eagles were soaring above the pumpkin patch. It was awesome. By that point, you're like, I hope ISIS invades this goddamn pumpkin patch. I hate both of these people. Yeah. But you know what the worst is? The absolute worst is when you're single and you got to see happy, ugly couples. Isn't that the most depressing thing? Right? When you're by yourself and two mutants in love come on your way. Right? And it's like they can sense that you're lonely and depressed, and that's when they always come around, right? Yeah, you just got dumped. You're about to go to your apartment and watch like The Notebook by yourself as a grown-ass man. Right? Eat a bucket of ice cream, right? And then you're gonna go get some Hot Pockets, right? And you put them in the oven, right? You start crying through the middle of the movie, forgot that the movie's on, right? You start wiping your tears with the fucking Hot Pockets, accidentally burn your face with the cheese. Makes you cry even more. Right? Then you look out your window, you see a freaking hunchback holding hands with a cyclops. They got the nerve to be skipping, whistling down the street at the same damn time. Bluebirds are flying over their heads. They got a rainbow behind them. You're like, son of a bitch, how'd you freaks even find each other? They're like, you tell, no, you tell, you remember? You remember the disability office and the circus tryouts? You're like, son of a bitch. It's the worst. Yeah. You ever seen a couple so ugly it makes you want to take a shit? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Yeah. I've been around my base. Some people, they always lie down. I lie up. You know how many compliments you get when you lie up? Yeah. Because if you're honest about your age, you get concerned, you know? Like, David, yeah, 40, you need to start working out, stop drinking by yourself, and go to the gym. Yeah, if I tell people I'm 60, they're like, oh my God, you're 60? You look amazing. Black does not crap. Holy crap, look at you. You ebony god. What's your secret? I'm like, Captain Morgan Pizza and PlayStation. They're like, really? Yeah. Here's one thing I hate about relationships too, man. Let's go back to that. Yeah. I hate when your relationship, because women give you gifts of stuff that they want you to have instead of stuff that you want. Yeah. I can top anybody in here, right? I can top anybody in here. One year, I got the worst gift in the history of gifts, okay? One year from a girlfriend, I got a canary yellow turtleneck sweater that was sleeveless. Yeah. I repeat to you, a canary yellow turtleneck sweater that was sleeveless. Okay? This sweater was so gay it came in size fabulous. It was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life, right? And the problem is she picked it out with her best friend named John, who likes to be called John Shea, if you know what I'm talking about, which I don't have a problem with. I've been to the karaoke bar. I got my mozzarella sticks. You know? But he was extra, right? Like the first time I met him, he was way too extra for me. I was like, hi, how you doing? My name is David. He's like, hi, how you doing? Woo! Aren't you a tall piece of chocolate? Hershey dark chocolate, little Tweety Bird vest on. I'm gonna chase you like the vest of the cat. Get all that chocolate for myself. I got a sweet tooth and a sugar tooth for you. John Shea, I drive a Camry, a Toyota Camry. John Shea, meow. I was like, dude, I said hello to you 5 minutes ago. Like, right? So I told her I hate this sweater and John Shea is annoying. I don't want to hang out with John Shea. Right? And then she snitched on me. So next time we hung out, he got in my face. He's like, you don't like me because you're homophobic. I was like, no, I don't like you because I'm extraphobic. There's a difference, right? It's the same thing. I don't like hanging out with old black dudes because they're extra, right? But I don't have blackophobia, you know? Like every time I meet an old black dude, there's always some warning about the white man that's expired, you know? It can't just be a normal conversation, you know? It's all this extra stuff I gotta deal with. They're always bopping around. They got some theme song in their head that only they can hear, you know? You know, you try to say hello to the person in his head, he's bopping around like, get down, get on up. Get down, get on up. Name is Earl, no Jerry Curl. Get down, get on up. They always got this, but this one guy had this weird facial hair, like he had a goatee, but he just shaved off the chin part, so it was just a perimeter of hair around his lips, you know? But his lips were ashy as hell at the same time, so like, his mouth just looked like a ashy 1972 vagina. It was like this weird to stare at and have a conversation with, you know? It has all these warnings like, man, you gotta watch out for these crackers, you know what I'm saying? Young black man, you gotta watch out for these crackers out here. Because you know what they're gonna do, right? They're gonna go to the sheriff's office, tell the sheriff you the one that stole all the horses, you know what I'm talking about? And then they're gonna tell sheriff you the one that stole all the cornbread from the general store. When everybody knows you don't eat cornbread without no milk. And you ain't got 2 nickels for the milkman, so it couldn't have been you. You know what I'm saying, young black man? I'm like, no, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, what's your name again, young man? What's your name, brother? I'm like, David. He's like, yeah, you could have changed that to slave name, man. That's why I changed my name from Earl, man. That's why I changed my name from Earl. Right now, I like to go by Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., African Bambaataa, Mama Say, Mama Sa, Mama Makusa. Oh, no, you didn't. Sickle Cell III. That's my full name. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. Any Africans in here? South Africa, obviously. You from Africa? Where are you from? Ghana? Yeah. Oh, they're the good ones.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. No, my high school roommate was from Ghana. Yeah, so I've experienced with you people. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try this. Let me know if I'm saying it correctly. Bombis bombas.
What?
You have no idea what that is? He taught me how. We were at a strip club and he taught me how to say big boobies. And that's the only thing I remember. Your parents? Oh, your parents are Christian. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. So were you born here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. You're not like the original manufacturer setting. Okay. You're like this. You're like the second gen iPad. All right. Huh?
I moved there when I was a baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Cool.
I moved there, yeah.
Yeah. All right. It counts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
So I got a story. So I dated a girl from Nigeria, right?
Sorry.
Well, here's the thing. What? That's another thing about Africans. Africans, they hate Nigerians. like all the rest of the Africans, they hate Nigerians. Like, you ever like meet somebody who's Hispanic and you assume they're Mexican? They're like, I ain't Mexican. It's like the same thing, right? Like a Puerto Rican will stab you for that. But they're aggressive creatures, right? They're very aggressive. Yeah, we'll cut all this out. But anyway. So I actually dated a girl from Nigeria because the last girlfriend before that was a white girl with freckles, so I had to restore balance to the force. And if you're African American, you date somebody from Africa, there's always this pressure to go back to Africa to get in touch with your roots, right? So she always tried to get me to go back. I was like, okay, let's go during the fall. And she goes, oh, we can't go during the fall. That's kidnapping season. What? She said it all nonchalant like it was fall, you know what I mean? You know? I was like, what do you mean kidnapping season? She goes, don't worry, you just negotiate with him. I was like, I don't negotiate with an African kidnapper. All right, I don't know how to do this. Like, the only thing I've learned about negotiation techniques is what I learned from Bugs Bunny cartoons growing up as a kid. You know, because Bugs Bunny was a genius. He can get himself out of anything, right? Right, I don't know if it applies in real life, but I probably have to try it, you know what I mean? Like the African kidnapper jump out the van and get in my face, like, get in the van, it's kidnapping season, get in the van! I'd be like, friendship season! Kidnapping season! Friendship season! Kidnapping season! Kidnapping season! Friendship season! Oh! Ah! Yay. I see what you did, David. You can go. Very good. Yeah. I'm broke. Yeah, anybody else in here broke? Broke people in here? Yeah? There you go. Yeah. Yeah. When you're broke, you can't have cool things, you know? You know, like money or a roof. Or even nicknames. That's what I hate about rich people. They always have these awesome nicknames. You know, like Floyd Money Mayweather. That's an awesome nickname, right? If I had a nickname, it would be David Insufficient Funds James. That would... Yeah. And I'm broke because I have a crappy college degree. Anybody else got one of those in here? Crappy college degree? Yeah. Yeah. A whole table full of people who made bad mistakes. Yeah. Yeah. Here's the thing. I think the college and the university system is the biggest ripoff in America with the student loans. Anybody else agree with me on that? The biggest ripoff in America? Yeah. And some politicians, like the Democrats, they want college to be free, but I don't think anything should be free. You know, you got to pay something for a lesbian experience. But here's how it's a ripoff, right? They charge you the same amount for any degree you get, but they know the degrees aren't worth the same, right? That's the biggest ripoff, right? Because here's the thing, they shouldn't cost the same, right? Like an engineering degree should not cost the same as a social work degree, right? Because they're not worth the same, right? Yeah, this is how this is how you think you fix it, right? You walk into there like, hey, I want to be an engineer. How much is that? $75,000 a year. What else you got? Well, I'm looking in the clearance rack over here. We got English, modern dance, and social work for $2,000 a year. Want one of those? It's like, yeah, that sounds fair. I'll take one of those. Right? Because imagine if they did that with electronics, you would realize the scam instantly, right? If you went to Best Buy tomorrow and be like, hey, how much is an iPad? $1,000. How much is that Etch-a-Sketch? $1,000. Does the iPad have knobs? No. Does it come in red? No. Think I'll take the Etch-a-Sketch. Now your dumb ass is walking out of Best Buy with a $1,000 Etch-a-Sketch, right? It's exactly what an English degree is. Yeah. They should at least give you a warning on your graduation day that your degree isn't worth anything and you're not going to make any money. Right? As soon as you walk across the stage, they give you the diploma. Like, oh, Mr. James here, huh? Sociology. Oh, man. Alcoholism, enterprise rent-a-car assistant manager. Get the hell out. Anybody out here from the suburbs? Suburbs people in here? Suburbs people, yeah? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I hate my friends who live in the suburbs. Yeah. Especially out in the middle of Pennsylvania. That's a terrifying ride. Ever make that middle of Pennsylvania ride? Yeah, especially as a minority. You ever done that, man? It's terrifying. Don't do it. Yeah. Because people give you directions like it's normal and it's not, right? Like, okay, what you want to do is drive an hour and 45 minutes on the main highway, okay? Then you're gonna get off on exit 42, okay? Then it's gonna be instant pitch black darkness for the next hour and a half for no goddamn reason, okay? You're gonna think you're in outer space, but you're not. You're just in Bumblefuck, Pennsylvania, all right? Now, the next thing you wanna do is just ignore all the ghosts from the Civil War, okay? Ignore all the ghost demons from the Civil War, okay? And then every mile mark, you're gonna see a bunch of animals, okay? They're gonna be right in the side of the road. They're gonna look like little black girls about to enter a game of double dutch, okay? They're gonna go like this, like this. You're gonna flinch, hit a tree, they're gonna go high-five each other in a squirrel hut, all right? Now, if you make it past that, you make a right on Swamp Creek Lane and you're there. Yeah, I actually went to this place, right? It was, they actually had this place called Swamp Creek Lane. You know, I thought it was gonna be cool, you know, like a Louisiana swamp or something, but it was just a Pennsylvania swamp, you know? I had fantasies, like there's gonna be some guy working there with a boat trying to give me a tour, you know? Like, welcome to the swamp tour, boy. We got a good old swamp tour now. We're gonna get in that boat, only $5 for a 5-hour tour. We're gonna go on that boat, find that special albino alligator named Rufus, about 85 feet long. Ate 6 kids last week, but they were dumb kids, so we ain't bother looking for them now. We're gonna take some photos of Rufus, sell it to National Geographic Animal Planet, get a couple $1 million, start our own meth lab, get some moonshine, some lemonade. Let's go there, boy. I'm like, yes, that's awesome. Let's go. No, I had to do this lovers resort for poor people. And you know how sad it is if you're a comic and you're by yourself at a lovers resort, right? Not only that, when you're by yourself for 2 nights and they give you a heart-shaped tub surrounded by mirrors, you know how sad that is? Yeah, after the second night, I start looking good to myself. I'm like, damn, girl, bring that big black ass over here. Hell yeah! Oh, that's me. Sorry, that's me. Yeah, after the next night, I just took a sock off and I just bird boxed myself and tied it around my eyes so I wouldn't make eye contact with me. Yeah, because what if I get an erection for me? I don't know if there's enough therapy in the world for that, you know what I mean? Because I just found that I'm gay and I also have a massive ego problem at the same time, you know? Then I gotta try not to come out of the closet to my friends about me, you know? My friends are like, yeah, I like redheads. My other friends are like, yeah, I like Latinas. I'm like, yeah, I'm looking for a guy who looks like he models for Out of Shape Donovan McNabb magazine, you know? Guy looks like a Luke Cage with an ice cream problem, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Yeah. I live in South Philadelphia. Anybody else in there, South Philadelphia? Yeah? 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 Thanks for surviving. Yeah. It sucks. Yeah. Especially if you have a car. I've been hit 5 times in 18 months. Yeah, I'm in an abusive relationship with South Philadelphia. Yeah, round of applause. How many people here have been in a car accident? How many people here have been in a car accident? Round of applause. Yeah. Yeah, you ever get out the car and start judging the person instantly? Right, like the last girl that hit me, right? I got out the car and I looked at her and I didn't have to ask her what her name was because I could see it on her chest tattoo. Right, and she already had the missing bumper on the backside of the car, even though she hit me in the front. It's like, oh, she's done this before, right? But I had hope that she had car insurance, right? So I was hoping in my mind. So I walked in and said, hey, do you have car insurance? And she looked at me, she goes, what had happened was, oh no, son of a bitch, I'm paying for everything. Right? Because no good news has ever followed that phrase, what had happened was, right? In the history of what had happened was, no good news has ever followed that phrase, right? But I still had hope. I was like, hey, are you sure you have car insurance? She goes, I was on my way to get some. I'm like, bitch, no one. is on their way to get some car insurance. No one has ever said that phrase. You know, so now I'm mad, like, where were you on your way to get some car insurance? She goes, the car insurance depot. I'm like, bitch, if you just say you don't have it, right? So then, like an idiot, I called the cops, right? And I realized the cops don't show up in Philadelphia for anything, right? They will not show up for anything, especially in a car accident, right? You call 911 in the city, they got an attitude like you're bothering them. Right? Like, what? Never mind, my friend's having a seizure. I'll tell him he said walk it off. Sorry. Yeah, you live out in the suburbs, you can call the cops for anything, you know? Like, excuse me, there's a suspicious-looking squirrel in my front yard. Please help, it's not native to this region. Yeah, so I thought the cops would show up, right? The cops don't show up. You know who showed up first? Her uncle on a bicycle, I'm 100% sure he stole. Right? He just came there like he teleported on this bicycle. I'm like, where the hell did he come from? He gets off the bicycle. It's like a 5-year-old girl's bicycle. Like, there's no way this is his bicycle. It's pink. It's got tassels on the handlebar. There's Hello Kitty stickers on the seat, right? And then he comes up and he's like, hey, man, my niece called me. And I was like, hey, does your niece have car insurance? He goes, man, do I know you from somewhere? I was like, that's not what I asked you, man. I was like, no, I don't think we've ever met. Like, man, I think I know you from somewhere, man. Were you ever a correctional officer at the Greater Fifth State Prison in 2004? I'm like, oh, no. I'm about to get shanked. Right? So now I got to put my emergency Black Lives Matter hat on, you know? I'm like, why? Were you locked up unfairly, unjustly by the white man from a systematic system of oppression that's been following us since the days of slavery for over 300 years till modern day, my brother? Then he looks at me, he goes, man, what had happened was, I'm like, and still no police. You know who showed up next after that? Every fat Italian guy with a tow truck. That's who showed up after that. Yeah, because they listened to the dispatch from the 911 call, they know the cops aren't showing up, and then they race to the scene to try to get your business, right? And they all look exactly the same. They're all like 5'6", 362 pounds. They all got the same tattoo of Italy on the back of their right calf. All right, they give you this sales pitch. They're breathing hard because they walked down 2 steps from the tow truck. Not up 2 steps, down 2 steps from the tow truck. Like, bro, listen to me, bro. I'm gonna hook you up, bro. I see you got a car accident over here. Look, bro, I'm gonna hook you up, bro. Okay, look, you can take it to my body shop, okay? I'm gonna have your car for like 6-7 weeks, okay? I'm gonna knock the shit out of the whole left side of your car with a sledgehammer, okay? Right? We're gonna get like $20,000 more from the insurance company. I'm gonna give you $165 on your deductible. That sound great, bro? And I'm like, no, Rocco, it doesn't sound great. To make him go away, I lied. He's like, yeah, I'll bring it in tomorrow, all right? But I ran into him like 2 weeks later. He's like, bro, what happened? You're supposed to bring him by my shop. I was gonna hook you up, bro. And I was like, what had happened was, yeah. Yeah, I don't have any children despite stereotypes. Yeah, I don't know if I want to have kids because I watch so many scary movies, you know? In every scary movie, there's a little toddler who's a direct link to Satan and no one gets rid of the kid. Right? Every scary movie should be 5 minutes if you just get rid of the kid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and the parents always stupid, like, this is my son, Matty, but he likes to go by Beelzebub. It's his 6-year-old birthday party today. That's why he's drawing 666 in the walls. Whole time the devil music's coming from his bedroom, like, hee ha dee ha hee ha dee ha hee ha. Is that an opera next door? Is that coming from his room? Then you meet the little freak. He's even creepier in person, right? Like, hey, what's your name, little buddy? Mikey, Beelzebub, what do you like to go by? And he's like, John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith. His name is my name, too.
Whenever we go out, the people start to shout.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith. And I was like, that's not normal. Been singing that song for 6 hours in a row. Did anybody else that voice change? What is that about? Yeah, if I had a kid, he's like, I see ghosts, I see dead people. I was like, oh yeah, I see the orphanage. Pack your crap, let's go. Yeah. Teenagers suck too. Yeah. Any teachers in here? Round of applause, teachers in here? Yeah. Couple? Yeah. Yeah. They do suck. You think so, sir? You agree with me? Yeah, they're horrible people. Yeah. I made a mistake. I tried to give back to the Philadelphia community. And I decided to go try to mentor like the worst kids from the juvenile justice system in Philadelphia, and they were locked up in a school that was like it was like a lockup in a school at the same time. So it was basically like Hogwarts for thugs. So I didn't know that to get respect for them, you gotta have some nice shoes on. I didn't know that, right? So the first day I showed up like an idiot wearing Skechers, which was a huge mistake. Because this thing, I've been heckled by adults, but I've never been heckled by criminal children before. It was the first time for me. You know, I walk in there trying to give back to the community, right? And this kid's like, yo, look at this new dude in his broke-ass shoes. That's why you gotta work here part-time, because you broke as hell, Mr. Dave, with your whack-ass shoes. Where'd you get your shoes from? Walmart, Goodwill, Salvation Army, Payless, Foreman Mills, Foreman Mills. Right? It's like Def Jam at this place, you know what I mean? And they don't know I do comedy at this point, right? But I gotta defend myself, right? And keep in mind, they're locked up in this place. I was like, hey, you know what these shoes get to do? They're like, what's that? Get no bitches, Mr. Dave? I was like, they get to go home. They're like, yo, that's messed up, Mr. Dave. We locked up here. I was like, yeah, maybe you should go tell your dad to try to fight me if you had one. I was like, I'm fired? Okay, that makes sense. I hate when people change how they talk based on my appearance. You know, like I'll be somewhere and someone's like, man, you want that paper, that plasty-plas. Like, paper or plastic? Is that what you're trying to say? Like, you know, like I can't understand him unless he hip-hops it up for me. You know? Like there was this one Wawa I used to go to, right? And there was a guy who worked there who would always change how he talks based on who's in line, right? So let's just call him Wigger Dan. Okay, Wigger Dan. Everyone on the same page, right? Wigger Dan works at Wawa, okay? So every time I go, he'd change it up based on who's in line. So there's two people in front of me, right? The first person says, oh, huh, it's really hot outside, huh? We have a special on iced tea, 2 for $5, have a good day. Right, next person, oh, want some cigarettes, Marlboros, huh? Don't smoke too many, it's bad for you, but have a good day. As soon as I come up, it's like, oh, yo, what up, man? Damn, yo, what's real up in Wawa? You know what I'm saying, man? Damn, man. Real up in Wawa. You know what I'm saying, man? I ain't got to tell you nothing about that. You know what I'm saying, man? Damn, man. Wawa all day. Wawa all day. Damn. Yo, let me see your ticket, man. I'm about to hook you up, brother. Let me see your ticket, man. Damn, man. Turkey sandwich, man, ain't as good as chicken, but you know what I'm saying, man? Man, meat is meat. You know what I'm saying? Meat is meat. You know what I'm saying, man? What else you got here, man? Lettuce, man. Wish the police would let us be us. You know what I'm saying, man? Damn, man. What else you got here, man? Tomato, man. Tomato, tomato, Black Lives Matter. That's my motto. You know what I'm saying, man? Damn, man. What else you got here, man? American cheese, man. You ever want to know African-American cheese? That's crazy, right? I think that's dairy discrimination, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying, man? Right? And all I want to say is, give me my sandwich, you wigger, and leave. But I don't know, wigger's a hate crime. I can't risk being banned from Wawa, you know what I mean? Like, what am I gonna do, drive an hour and a half to a Turkey Hill, you know what I'm saying? No. So I took it for like a good 6 months, right? And then one day I saw this movie called Beast of No Nation with Idris Elba in it, right? And he played this crazy-ass African warlord who had an army, right? And I was also still terrified of being kidnapped in Africa. So I said, you know what? Next time I go in there, I'm gonna combine these two forces and pretend I'm a crazy-ass African kidnapper warlord. And I'm going to defeat Wigger Dan once and for all. So I go in there, right? He starts this whole Wigger rant again. He's like, yeah, man, we up on wow, 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 all day, wow, wow, all day, right? And I'm like, yes, in my country, we have no wow, wow. That is why I come here. In my country, we only have ostriches to jump on its back, break its neck, drink its blood because we have no iced tea in Africa. I have to take it back to my village, feed my child soldiers, take over the rival army, take the guns, take the machetes, take the opium, take the bitches, come here on a boat because we have no turkey in Africa. Right? And I thought I had him because he stared at me for a good 3 minutes, right? Right? And then he recovered out of nowhere. He's like, man, I know what you're talking about, man. I'm all about that Hakuna Matata, you know what I'm saying, man? Like, circle of life, you know what I'm saying, man? Wakanda all day, Wakanda all day. That is my time. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you for coming. Thank you very much. Thank you.